Hello and welcome back to Transport Fever 2. Welcome to Transport Fever 2. Always gets me. We are obviously in Switzerland. More precise, yeah. The reason being is we have to finish off the metro this side. Now, in the comments, there was a few people asking, why isn't this a train? Eventually it will be, as that does exist in real life. For now, however, we've got to pay attention to our self-imposed one depot rule. And that, we're going to just look that way, is over that way. And you can see we've got a bit of an issue to get trains over here currently, as we need to make enough money to be able to do that. So for now, they get a metro system. As the date is paused, we can fiddle with it a little bit and make sure we're making a lot of money, and these towns grow ready for their first passenger service, and the turkeys are going nuts. But what are we doing today? Well, we're starting to lay the foundations for a good bit of profit, and that profit is going to make us our first passenger rail line over the other side of the mountain where we were just looking. So that's the plan today. I must say, when we bring up the UI, should we do it now? Should we get on with it? We've got 11.2 million. So we've got the money to add this line. We don't have the money to buy the second loco yet, and it's huge amount of carriages. Wagons. There'll be wagons, wouldn't they? Carriages are more for passenger trains, which we will have soon. And where are we connecting? We're connecting here at Zweisimmen. Yes, and we're going to head down to Spitz. I think that'll be good for us. That'll be, when we do add the stations here, they'll be as close as I can get them to the real thing, so the correct number of platforms. We'll start laying down the real life rail network that exists here as close as possible. It will mainly be track layout to a certain extent, but leaning heavily to how the stations look. Other than that, and their positioning, which could be tricky because I believe some of them are plonked straight in the middle of town. So we'll work on that. How's our ship doing? We're going to take a look at our HQ as well. That is making us a small fortune, isn't it? That's lovely. It is busy over here. Is it too busy? No. As long as that doesn't turn blue, we're good. And what about here? Same here. Oh, have we had a bit of an upgrade? I think we have. That's probably due to all the new lines we're putting down. But no longer do we have a little shack. We have some sort of a modest, well, I was going to say mansion. It's not really, is it? Posh house will do. At least it's brick now. And we have a proper roof with tiles. That's nice, isn't it? Anyway, shall we finish off our line up here? By the time we're done, we'll probably have enough funds. This is deceiving, remember, as our login train takes a long time to pay off. But when we've got two of them, we'll be getting money much quicker. So we've got to head this way. I thought we'd do something a little different. We're not going to make a crossroads here. We're going to make a bridge. Not needed, really. You could easily make a crossroads. However, I thought it would be kind of cool. It was also asked if we was going to be having a motorway or freeway in this series, and yes, we are. Again, they're going to be roughly where they are in real life, so those will be a thing. And our main lines, they're kind of going to be two. There's going to be the one that runs down this way, and obviously the one that runs that way. So yeah, we've got a lot to do. It's going to be a busy series. Okay, let's continue this road off. We already have the exchange. Our new ones over down in Sion over there are going to be this style, because that's what the two French towns are going to have. French named towns. But first we have to build us. Ooh, what you got over there? Is that a fox? What is that? It is a fox. There you go. Oh, they're laying down. I didn't know they did that. That's kind of cool. There we go. We can pretend we're the fox. I guess it could be like a GoPro strapped to it. Yes, that wouldn't please him, would it? Anyway, you got really distracted there. Should we get this road built? Otherwise we're not getting... Oh yeah, stick it on curvy roads. it wouldn't make much sense to have right angles everywhere, would it? No. We're going to have to head down slightly. We're going to head down to make the bridge. But the main reason for that is where we're connecting to up there. So we're going to sort of head down. It's less bumpy down near the river anyway, so that works for us. Right, let's get us our bridge in over the top of our bread line here. Could we maybe not have that quite so... Well, actually, it's not too bad, is it? It's just a bit right-angly. There. Oh, I should pause it. Here we go. Can we get that smoother? I like that just to come down at a better... Oh, dear. Yeah, it's not the best bridge in the world, is it? What we might do... Why are you doing it like that? I don't even know. Could you not? Could you just be straight? Oh, I see what's happening. Wish I never touched it now. We need that road. That's probably half the problem. There we go. Yeah, because it's two different road types. It wasn't doing it correctly. Good. Right, now we need to find a place where we can have the sort of access road. And then we can place the bridge next to it. Either side, doesn't really matter. Might as well go for the lowest. We're going to use comma and period. Can we give it a little hump? Like that. I mean, since it's an arched bridge, right? There we go. And get the feet away from the road. Bridge in. We'll go up there. And we'll have an access road somewhere. We'll smooth that out with Shift M and N, just to make sure it looks nice. Not too expensive. There we go. And then we'll head down this way. Right. There we go. We got it in. Why are you staying level? Yeah, because it had the predefined height that we set. We had to get rid of it by selecting off. I don't know whether there's a way to do that while you're building and just clear it or cancel it. There might be. If anybody knows, drop a comment below and I shall remember to use that. I mean, it's cheap doing this, isn't it? Oh, we've nearly got enough for our train. We should play it. The logging train must have arrived. When we've got two of those, money's going to be much better, isn't it? Anyway, let's have us an access road, because technically we don't need the access here. We're only doing it because why not? It would happen in real life, right? There would be an access road if there was a bridge. So that's what we're doing. That can go round like that. Just a little access road to our industrial area. And we can smooth this side bit off a little bit. Make it look like it's supposed to be there. I know, I'm getting carried away with things like smoothing. Make that a bit bigger. There we go. I don't want it stronger, so we're going to leave the strength alone. I just want to gradually smooth it out. We might put some trees and stuff down here. That might be an idea, right? Can we have a selection of trees? Oh dear. Just trees, please. Thank you very much. Now, what do we want? European linden. Sugar maple? Not really. Don't want any oaks. Red delicious apples. Scots pine might be alright. Hazel? Maybe. How does that look? Do you know, I feel like the way you painted trees in Transport Fever 2 was kind of better. In 1, sorry. Was better than 2. I don't know, it just doesn't feel as responsive in this version. But yeah, just a few trees in there to give it a bit of character. Do we want to get carried away with this? Maybe. Should we paint it as well? Put some gravel down under the bridge, because there wouldn't be grass growing under there, would there? Do we have any gravel? This one? Maybe the darker one. Right, now we need to change all this. Strength is fine. We can go with something like that. There, yeah, that one. That's beautiful. We'll get that all like that. And that way we can get the bits of grass gone as well. Because then it looks like it's been built, doesn't it? Rather than just plonked down in a game. Even though it is a game. And we just plonked it down. But you know what I mean. It looks better. Possibly needlessly spending money? Yes. Does it look better? Debatable. Alright, there we go. We're in. We're not going to do that all day though. Just for a bridge that could have technically been a crossroad. So it looks better. Yes, I'm running with it, guys. Anyway, we need some. We need to put some grass back in. What we're going to do is just delete it and turn the strength right down, and then we can blend in the edges there. Now we know where it should be. Do we like that? It looks a bit better, doesn't it, when it's got the grass gradually fading out and fading in. We could have a fence down here if we really wanted to go crazy. We could also put some dirt along the side, holding shift. We could put puddles at the side of the road and all sorts. Doesn't that look a better edge? Right, should we put a fence along here? Just a nice little wooden fence out in the middle of nowhere. I don't know what it's here for. We'll go with curve. Yeah, I don't know what it's here for, but we'll put it in anyway. We'll start there and curve it around, hopefully. There we go. And we'll just run it down. Oh, yeah, we could run it down the side here. Like that. There we go. Lovely. Up to this road. Finish that. Oh, no, it just adds a bit, doesn't it? Right, you got completely carried away with that. Should we get on with what we're supposed to be doing? Instead of spending the entire episode making one of those. Right, we need to get this set up to how we had it. It was 0, 3, right? I think so. No. 0, 2. Is that right? Yes. And 30 meters electric. There we go. We'll have this one that side. See if I can remember how I did it. There should be fine. Just out of town. Because we don't want it too noisy, do we? Right, configure that. And get it all pretty. Well, get it all how we want it. First off, we need to extend these till they go double. And then we want entrance and exits. And then we can have our little road. There we go. That can join in there. In fact, we want that straight, don't we? That's better. Electric, please. And, oh, you changed from curve. That's interesting. I feel like that's an unfinished feature. Because it does like to revert back to straight occasionally. Is that okay? Does it look alright? Yeah, it doesn't look bad, does it? And then we'll upgrade this one. Like so. There we go. And now we can just add the tram line. Going all the way through. Where do we want to go? Probably cut off up here, right? Yeah. I mean, this one isn't technically going to have a terminus, so we could have a little loop. Like that. Around the edge. Rather than a terminus, and then we'll head round. I like that plan. Right, let's get this in then. Do we want curvy? It kind of makes sense. Come round like that. Head out that way, and then in. Better. Right, turn off the electrics. Do we want to build our own road, or should we let them do it? We could build it. Just put one down here. It would make sense. There we go, get all that smoothed out. Again, spending your money grand on pretties. Worth it. Do you know, I get carried away smoothing this out all the time. When I play, even testing things out, I'll just sit here doing this for eternity. Anyway, leave it alone. Right, this would be, if this is south and that's north, this is going to be on the west side, isn't it? Yeah. So, but the east side of Sion. So we'll call that east. There we go. Lovely. I feel like we should rename these anyway, because it's not really upper, is it? It's to the side. The map orientation might mean that it's upper, but in reality we're in the south, so this will be west. Would it be... Nah, we'll do Sierra west. Keep it uniform. And then this will be Sierra east. Needless? No. It makes me happy, so it's not. It's needed and not an annex, although it could be. This would be on the west side. This would be on the east side. I mean, at least it's there anyway. Is this on the east? Yes. East side. We're nearly done. It's just pleases me. Brig west. And then we've got Brig south, haven't we? Down here. Yeah, we can call this south. Done. Hey, it's not too bad, is it? We're in. I like it. Okay, so now we've got a connection here. So we can have the 103, which is the intercity bus for these two cities, or towns as they are now. And given their layouts, they should automatically just handle it themselves. We need some stops in for there shortly. But let's get this running. New line, we'll get another bus service running from there to there. Make sure that does proper stuff. There we go. Doesn't that look lovely? I like this layout. It's much easier to manage. The other one's fine though as well, isn't it? They both have their... is it red we're going for? It is, isn't it? Yeah, look at that. It's lovely, isn't it? Right. And yes, this is the 103. 103. Sion to Sierra. Hang on. 103. Keep it uniform. Done. Is that right? Yeah, we've got the 101, 102, 103, and then all of the Metro Connects per city. I like it. I would say, even though we're spending a little bit at the moment, we're going to end up with enough money after we're finished here to do what we need to do with regards to purchasing our next train. Now, where would we like our depot over this end? I kind of feel like on this junction would be nice. So let's get that in. Done. We've kind of got a depot this end. It's a bit of a distance, but it's all right, isn't it? We don't mind our buses. Heck, because the bus runs all the way along here, so it will be coming in at about the halfway point along our access road as well, if need be. That's kind of nice. Right, let's get some tram stops in here. That's not a tram stop. That is. Where do we want to start? From here, probably, right? Would make sense. We want to give them a lot of access so they don't have to walk too far to the tram stop. And I should encourage them to jump on the tram more. I'm going to say one there, one down here. That should be fine. It's not quite right, is it? You want to be... I'm not happy with it. No. That made me uncomfortable. This one needs to be closer, and that one wants to be the other side. That's a bit better. There we go. Right, that's the tram layout sorted. Let's get that added. Go from there to there to there. And we're done. Is that all nice and done? I don't know. Color it white because it's supposed to be white. It's beautiful, guys. It's beautiful. Do we have them all? I think so. I think that's good. I do like this. Okay, what is this one? This is Sierra, right? No, this is Sion. Sion Sierra. Sion Metro Connect. There we go. Right, let's get some vehicles on here. We'll get the trams on. And what do we have in? 6 or 5? It was about, not those. Those. 5? It was 6, wasn't it? Yeah, but 500,000. You all get on there. We'll colour those white. And we'll put you on Metro Connect. And then over here, we'll get 5 buses, I guess. And throw those on passenger bus. Right, no, you know what? Yeah, go with 5. We'll start with 5. Buy those. Colour those red. And that's going on the 103. Perfecto. Right, our buses are coming out. Our trams are on the way. We are done. And look at that for timing. Let's pause it quickly. We can afford a second train on here. Now, we've got to be careful here, as we could snarl ourselves up. I think we'll be okay. Where is the train currently? You would be there. Well, you would be there. Oh, there's a pun I should have intentionally made. But I didn't, and I'll admit that fact. But yes, it would be there. Anyway, stop dwelling on it. We're going to duplicate that train, just like that. It's going to cost us a fortune. We're now broke. Lovely. And we're going to hold this one up intentionally to space them out and keep them spaced out. So this one, I don't know where it's heading currently. Now double-headed. Where are you heading for? Zweisimmer South. That's this one, isn't it? Yeah. You shouldn't really be heading there, but, well, I mean, we could kind of force your hand, but I don't mind you turning around if that's what you want to do. I love these. I absolutely love them. And they love me too, apparently. I mean, our train is going to wait here anyway. However, as soon as this leaves the station here, and its back end goes up that way, it would release this train here. So what we're going to do is we're going to do a bit of dispatcher duty. And we're going to purposely hold it up at this light signal. Now, we're going to stop you there, and that will make sure it doesn't clear the block for this train. Yeah, so we have to discuss something. We're kind of, we are caught between a rock and a hard place. And why is that? Well, in Switzerland, trains run on the other side, the same as the UK. Unfortunately, we only have signals that sit on that side of the track, unless the semaphore would be facing inwards, and that would make me all sorts of uncomfortable. So we're either got to bring UK signals in to have them on the correct side, pretend that they run on this side, and use closer to what signalling would be there. I don't know. It's a tough call. The UK signal packs that we've got available on the workshop are rather nice. It would be a bit bizarre because it would feel very British when you're looking at the signalling. Yeah, so I don't know. Unless anybody knows of left-sided, they'll be on the left side of the track, right? Left-sided signals. That'd be great. We're leaving him parked here. I know he's wasting money a bit, but what I want to do is wait until he goes and picks up a bunch of logs. In fact, we could fast forward it, right? We'll probably go into debt while we're faffing around doing this. But we've only got to manually stop him until this guy passes this signal, because it reserves this block for him. And then we can let him go. Where is he? He's down here. We could pin this one and also have that one open. Well, do you know what we could do? Because we haven't had one in an episode. Last time we had a tram ride, not a train ride. We could get on board. All right, we're sat on board. Don't worry, it's not the end of the episode, because that's what we normally do. We're kind of on the wrong side, though, aren't we? We should be on that side. Oh no, we should be on this side. But we shouldn't. We should be on the other side if we were to put them on the left. It's fine. It's fine. For us, we're on the right, though. There we go. We're past that signal. It's now free. We have to jump off. And now we can let this go. And it should wait for a free path. There we go. Now it's all done. We can leave that to do its thing. Our money's getting low. As I say that, we go in debt. It's fine. It's fine. Because you'll see it's trickling up. It's also the beginning of the year, I think. Or the annual counter here. Because we're stopped in January. The reason we're stopped in January, it will be quite handy when we hit play on the date again. Which we will do. We're not going to be stuck here for like an eternity. No, we're going to move on eventually once we've got a few of the basics set up. So now he's heading down here with a full load. We'll get to see what sort of finances. Ignore this bit. But this one, we're going to make a lot of money, aren't we? Because now this train that's heading that way is going to have this similar setup going on. So we can double all of our income. These trains cost a bit to run. But there you go. There's our passing loop in action. Wasn't that lovely? And it's just about long enough. It's easy long enough, isn't it? Good stuff, guys. Good stuff. Right. Shall we check on how things are going on our money earners? This one is running like clockwork. I love it. How about this one? Could we improve it? No doubt we could. Right. Let's check on the line. We don't do this very often. We're only running at 65. We want to get it up to 100. So we're going to put another 4 on here. 1, 2, 3, 4. Duplicate those. Oh, we don't have enough money. No, you don't. Oh, you got carried away there. We will do shortly. He's got to make his way through here. I guess we could fast forward it. There we go. We'll do that. This is just running, like everything is just running nice and smooth. I think we should maybe hook up at least one of these grain farms and take it all the way down here. That's a journey, isn't it? I mean, we could do it by a cargo ship if we wanted to do that, which might be an idea. We could have it somewhere like here. They could drive it down from the grain farm, transfer it over to a ship, and then head down and drop it off down here. And we're going to have a passenger ferry down there as well. Oh, there we go. We're already dropped off the logs. As you can see, that will pay for the rest of that. Now we can go up here and add us the 4 more trucks that we were going to add. Manage vehicles. 1, 2, 3, 4. You get out of there. That will bump that up a bit. I'm looking forward to increasing the date because we'll get better trucks. And I've got a few mods installed as well for trucks, so that's something to look forward to. Now, let's see what we need to do here. We currently have a rate of 36. And we need, where are you heading? Down to Spitz. And we need a rate of 101, which is rather nice because we're limited to 100 at the moment. So we can add another 4 trucks here. I don't mind where these come out of, as long as they're the right line. Let's add another 4 on there. It's a bit of an expense, but it's going to make us more money, isn't it? What are these lines making us? They're already making us a small fortune, so they're going to make us even more now. Everything's a profit. How much money do we have? Should we set up another ferry? We could add another dock here. I mean, the only thing I'm worried about now is we're going to really overburden the single tram that we have operating as a shuttle. It might be worthwhile having a bus service that runs up that way, perhaps. We could add a road to it, running down off here by our... Is that nice and flat? It is, isn't it? Yeah, by our lovely offices there. And we could head in that way. We can curve round. And then something that happens in real life, we can have something that branches off that way. Like a little triangle. You see a lot of that. I don't know whether you do in Switzerland though. So maybe I should have checked that first. It's fine. I did it again. Did you see that? I was smoothing. I like our new offices. Why is that? Because we've got a company score of 11 now. We do have liabilities of 12 million, which is our debt. However, I feel like we could maybe repay $1 million off that. There we go. We're down to 11 million. I think we'll be able to pay that off quite quickly now. Absolutely. I think we're in a good place there. How are we doing? See, we've already got the logs going back. This might not be in the right place, but I'm a little unsure at the moment. I would say it's maybe needs to be a little further down there. The reason being, although it's possibly slightly in the middle, there's this section to think about, that it does the turnaround, unload, and then load again. So we can slowly extend this. I think that would be a good idea. We're operating on that side when we're coming in, so we're going to extend that out further. Now, as it's been pointed out in the comments, and I know this, the more you zoom in, the finer the control you have over the tracks. I mean, there is a point where it won't do what you want, but yeah, if you're ever struggling to make a switch at the speed you want, you can zoom right in. The further out you are, the less control you have over laying of tracks. So I think we'll extend this slightly. We can delete this one as it's not required and it will not affect that train, as we saw. We can extend that up there. Collision. Really? With the signal, is that? That's bizarre. Why are you colliding with this? Is it because of the footing there? That's weird, isn't it? It's fine, we can delete it. Never noticed that before. Is that a new thing, or is that something to do with the signal asset? Probably the signal asset. There you go. It will stop complaining now. I mean, it was complaining, rightly so. Oh, there we go. We do want this one way. There we go. Our passing loop is back. Now we've got we probably need even more than that. I would like to bring this back end closer as well once we know a good place for it to stop. But we're going to let it run and then we'll see what happens. Now, here comes our second train, which is going to give us about, is it about 3 million a drop off? Something like that, isn't it? I mean, we can find out because this is our train that runs a lot. It's 3 million, I believe. 3.68 million. 5.51 there annually. I love this, though. This mountainside. Right up in the hills, isn't it? This where it hugs along. We could detail this at some point as well. Have rocks up there. It's alright doing what it does at the moment. So yes, I think we're in a good place now to think about setting up our train station here and here for passengers. Especially since that city's growing. Now, Zweisimmen takes goods. The only place we have goods is here at Domodossola. I swear I change the pronunciations every time. And in order to get them over there, we'd have to do some serious work through this mountain. So that's not happening yet. Brick could get some, like instantly. We don't have an intercity bus here, do we? We could maybe do that. Although we're kind of large there, aren't we? We've got a good we've got a good population here, and these are all going to grow. That's what I'm hoping. How about FISP? You are growing, yeah. Target is 140, so you've got 3 more people that could possibly go in there. And that's mainly because we've given them lots of destinations now. We've connected up all of these places. And in turn, they're going to grow. Now, does anybody else need bread? There we go. We could maybe do something there. We could possibly do that. It depends. How much are we dropping off here? 32 or 31. So we are meeting demand. And what is the line rate here? Let's get down here and check. 61 currently, so double. Although it's not, is it? No, because this takes 2. 2 to 1, yeah. That should really take 1 to 1. I'm just saying. Maybe. Should we hook that up? It would be nice to get that town growing. And we have the road for it as well, and the infrastructure. I know it's getting a bit busy at the moment, but we could redirect our trucks later on. We may need to redo this bridge at some point. I mean, our money is going up horrendously. I've never liked that. I've never liked it doing that. But I'd prefer to do this one first, as it's the worst. Okay, before we do that, this one up there, we're gonna set up the southern section and bring in another bus, which is just going to do a little loop down here. And before I do that, what we're going to do, we're going to delete this bridge and do it properly. Yes, that's what we're doing. While we can afford it, because it would only get more and more expensive if we put it off through the later years. Now, we do want this straight. There and there. It should be fine if we do it like this, he says. Watch us not be able to make another bridge. Be about right, wouldn't it? Oh no, there we go. There we go. That's smoother, isn't it? Already. Do we like that better? That's much nicer. Right, and I think what we do now is set up a bus service running from the south. And we could have a line sort of thing. We've even got a loop here that's sort of in there already. So if we take advantage of said loop, we can turn around here. Do you know, we could just run down. This is looking more like the main street than this. So we could run down the riverside here, cross over there, do a little loop here, and then head back. Yes, let's do it. So it's more of a line than a loop, but we are looping at the end. So this will be the turnaround point, just there, and then we'll have 2 there, 2 just before the bridge, and then 2 just before this bridge. What this gives us is they can get off here and go to this stop or that one, depends where they want to go. And then we'll head round in a circle, like probably there, like so. So they can get off at this one to get here, or they can get off at that one to go there. And then we'll have the other one just at the top of the road, just there. There we go. We'll make that line. This is the southern section of that. New line. It's not really a loop, is it? So we can probably number this as number 4. You want to be going that way though. There we go. Lovely. And because it's an inner city bus service, we're still going to have it red, because that's what our buses are. Red. Our metro is white. So this is our bus service. What we're going to call it. This is number 4. Oh, where are we? Fisp. Yeah, you keep putting the line in there. So, Fisp South. That'll do, wouldn't it? Fisp South. Right, and we'll get some buses on there. Where's our nearest depot for you? Well, we're in between, aren't we? This one will do. There we go. We'll go from this one. Buy these. We want passenger, which we've got. We can put 5 on there. Let's do 6. We can afford it. Wait, did I click 4? Oh dear. Add 2 more. I don't know what happened there. I got a bit click happy. I'll have to watch that back on the editing. I probably clicked up rather than down. Anyway, we'll get those on there. And we'll stick you on the number 4. We can't see it. We'll stick you on the number 4. There we go. Visp South. Visp South. We're in, guys. Now we've got a connection to the southern part. We need to do the same. Oh no, we don't in Brig, do we? Because we are actually sending the metro through there. Which wouldn't, do you know, thinking about it, we could have done the same here. Although that kind of 2 birds with 1 stone, isn't it? I do like that. Right, this bridge is horrendous as well. Dear oh dear, that's not how that's supposed to be. Should we tidy these up while we can afford it? Because that's just awful. Stop that with the bridging. Right, we're going to tidy this up. We'll get a proper bridge in there. This one here. Hopefully, I don't care about bulldozing your houses. I really don't. I'm not bothered about running a shipping service down here. But we are going to give them streets on the other side, and maybe, just maybe, they'll build both sides. Anyway, there we go. We'll get that in there. And then we'll make a less aggressive arch. Like so. There we go. That's better, isn't it? It kind of looks much nicer. That makes me happy. We could do the same here. No, we're kind of done with that one. I like it. This one's rough. Yeah, that's got the stupid thing there as well. Right, let's get rid of that. It's going to cost us a fortune. That's the cost of beautification. Progress. No, it's not really progress, is it? No. Right, that's going from there and from here. It looks like it already wants to build us. Oh, this one can be curvy. It looks like it already wants to build us a fancy city. The other side. A suburb. There we go. Just get that gently going over. It will probably ruin it with when it builds random stuff everywhere. Could we upgrade you to be bigger? There we go. And we can do this little section here. Maybe they'll build like a little villagey place out that way. We can always pretend that they're working here, couldn't we? All right, guys. I say we're done for the day, as we've got a lot set up. And do you know what? Let's do it. As the train arrives, I believe. We're going to drop that down. We're down to 8 million on our loan. Where is our logging train is just turning up. Guys, what did I say about this? We're going to start to make a small fortune on this, aren't we? Absolutely. That is a good thing, because it means at some point during the next episode, we're going to have a passenger line. Rail. And it's going to make use of this bit of track just here. So I say we get on board one of our trains to end today. Probably take another little ride through here. and we'll leave it there. It's been a good one, especially for this logging line. Should we just have a little look-see? We're now running at 304. We can run to a total of 400. And it is 400 on this one because it's doubling up on required logs to planks. We've got a small fortune. Right, let's repay some more. There we go. In fact, do you know what we can do? There we go. We're back down to our starter loan. I think we'll pay that off. And I've got to end it there because my stomach, I don't know if it's coming across on the mic, but my stomach is rumbling like nobody's business. Dear oh dear, I'm not even hungry. Stop digesting food while I'm recording. It's doing it again. Oh, let's get on board. And I'm going to have something to eat regardless of whether I'm hungry. Because apparently that's what I need to do. Right, we're on board, looking out. We could kind of look out that way, couldn't we? That should be a nice view. Just something to enjoy our scenery. I know everything is growing now, isn't it? Yeah, all the cities are getting bigger, all the towns are getting bigger. Should we do the passenger route next week? I'm half tempted to expand our ferry service first. It'll be cheaper to set up, and as we've seen with our first ferry, it's going to get us a lot of money. So it'll be another large payment every so often to cover the initial loss we're going to make on a passenger service. They're a little bit slower to get going, not too slow, but they're also really expensive to. This is beautiful. All right, guys, I think that's me out. My stomach's at it again. Dear oh dear. So until next time, take care.